Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears! Last time, sewer level. This time, more sewer level. And we're going to try and get through the door, but apparently those keys that we found last time, it wasn't just one key, it was a whole bunch of keys. Like a janitor's ring of keys, that's got like 30 different keys on there, and no one has any idea what any of them are for, except for like the one that seems to open everything. Apparently, what we're looking for is right in here, so let's just head on in as soon as Faye can figure out how to use a key. Then again, I'm assuming it's probably pretty dark down there. Yeah, let's head on in. Yeah, I know I've had issues coming home at, 11 o'clock at night and trying to fiddle with the keys and trying to get enough light in the area so that I can get the key to go in the keyhole. It's not always easy. First world problems and all that, but... Huh? Ah, treasure. It's nice that they do that, the little thing to kind of look for the enemy, but in the meantime show off where the treasure is that you probably wouldn't think is even up there. Okay. Should have. Must be in one of the pipes somewhere. Anyway, let's go grab this real quick. This one is key, the bell amulet. You need this in order to lure out the boss. Or the monster. I guess I spoiled the fact that we're going to fight the monster that we're looking for, but it's pretty apparent at this point, isn't it? Alright, now that we've done that, in order to do this, you need to suffer. So you want to start with your camera over here and kind of pop up there. Turn the camera a little bit and get up there. And, nope, kind of the same thing. I am so bad at this. I really am, and I hate having to do it. But I want to kind of give you guys an idea, so just kind of tap over. Now, next time we want to get over here. There we go. And so let's see, jump straight forward. And now pop up there. Now, you want to smash the X button here. Hopefully you get that, because you can fall off in the middle of that process. If you can't get it on your first or second try, just keep trying. I know it's a pain, but anyway, if you approach here, try using the bell. No, there's a merge scene nearby. And if you remember, the last thing they said at the merge scene right across from here is that it never seems to happen in the same place twice. So we're looking for a slime and a drain that doesn't have a murder site near it. And you just need to press the X button on the slime, by the way. Not that they bothered to tell you. And in order to get to where we want to go, we just get hit by that. That's not a big thing to worry about. And head back this way. Go past Gramps there. And head over here. Now, this is the one we want to do it at. I'm going to run into a battle because I expect it to hit me right before. Or not. Okay, so after that last battle that I probably didn't need to run into, I checked my status and realized that I was only one away from learning the next death blow there for Rico, so I fought another battle that I probably didn't need to fight. So we learned Dragon Fist. These attacks, at least right now against the upcoming boss, are probably somewhere between 50 and 100 damage more than the one before it, so they are worthwhile going out of your way to fight an extra 2 battles to learn something so that you can use it in a boss fight. It's pretty much the only reason for the additional death blows, at least for now. As you can see, more of his abilities are looking like wrestling maneuvers, pile crusher, mock-up of a pile driver. I'm going to show off some of the other death blows that Rico has in this fight before using Dragon Fist for the rest of it. I just want to kind of show off some of them. We've seen all the rest of these except for Hoten, which we will see a bunch of in this fight. And yeah, the other thing that I did is I swapped the Power Rank S over to Faye because he'll be using it more, and Satan will be doing more healing in this fight. Other than that, we're all pretty much set up, so let's glitch up. Why not? Only drain with slime and no murder site, which is nice that they didn't put it all the way on the outside. But anyway, let's ring the bell. For whom the bell tolls. I gotta listen to that song again. It's been a while. And it looks like he's coming right on after us. The dialogue in this area, or in this scene, moves on its own. And what do we have here? A new battle transition, as far as I know. And we have red rum. If you read that backwards, murder. Cute. Cute. But anyway, we get confused to start off the fight. That's not helping. And even though they're just doing single attacks right now, notice that they're not gaining any AP because, yeah, they're pretty much confused, and so they can't really store anything, I guess. Anyway, we want to start off with Renki, and we're going to buff up with everyone else. Now, I think most of these buffs last 5 turns, 3 to 5 turns, somewhere between there. So let's start with Steel Body to get some additional defense. And Faye, if I can get his turn going here, we want to use Iron Valor, raise his attack. It's one of the main reasons why I like having him with Power Ring S right now, because he's going to be doing most of the damage. And I think that one actually increases damage more than what was it? Than the Steel Fist ability that Rico has. Now, you may want to use Suisei to block fire elemental damage, because his fire rain attack, of course, is fire elemental. Now, if you're not high enough level to have gotten this, don't worry about it. Just use Renki and be ready to use Sazanami and heal yourself at any point. So now we're weak against water, but strong against fire. He doesn't use anything that's water elemental, so we have nothing to worry about. But do note that all of his elemental defense abilities make you weak against the opposite elements. So earth and wind, fire and water, fire and water. So I want to use Renki to set up so that I can use Sazanami next time without having to worry about having to set up before healing. I want to make sure that I can heal and just go straight to her. So now we have access to Hoten, which is a whole bunch of punches and like palm thrusts. It does 450 damage, which is quite a bit more than the other one. I think it does about like 320. And ow, that hurts. So let's go and heal up right off the bat there. And we'll go for the same thing again. Now, these death blows do start to take a long time, so right now it's not a big deal, but in the future I probably will start fast-forwarding through death blows that we've already seen. Ow. Now, let's take a look at some of your moves. We got Death Drive here, which is basically a suplex. And let's see what else he can do. Yeah, let's use an attack once, and then I'll set up Renki for the future there, where our HP is pretty good at the moment. Now, if you do not have Zeta Sols, I would highly recommend that you get some before coming down here. This guy has 4,242 HP. I don't know how they came up with that number, but I'm sure it's significant somewhere. Everything else seems to be in this game. But you're definitely going to want Zeta Sols. Is this poison? Yeah, this is poison. So, oh, we've got confusion and poison. So, I'm going to want to go with Mensol first on Faye. Yeah, you're definitely going to want some status removal there. And let's just use his next attack there. Let's see, that is square and X. Now this almost looks like an inverted Code Red or something. I don't know what exactly that is. It kind of looks like a Code Red, which is like a Sunset Flip Powerbomb thing, but it looks backwards. Maybe it's just because the move goes by so fast it's hard to tell. I'm not 100% sure. But it resembles Code Red more than anything else. It's basically some kind of a power bomb. I think he has a Canadian destroyer too. I can't remember though. It's been a while. Let's see here. Did I set up healing for everyone? I did not. So you're the fastest one, so nope, let's use a Fizzle on Fizzle. I'll probably change pronunciations way too many times. And he has the ability Murder, which steals all of your current HP and instantly kills you. So if you don't have Zeta Sols, I recommend you have Zeta Sols. If you don't have Zeta Sols, this battle is likely unwinnable because I think he can do that attack like back to back. So 2 in a row, which leaves you with 1 character. And unless that's Satan, you're not winning this fight. And let's go on to Dragon Fist. What's this one look like? It's an uppercut with like a choke slam grip into an uppercut or something. I'm not sure. That's kind of weird. Let's set up Renki there so that I can heal because I really need to heal. And let's go with Hoten. Other than kind of being prepared for his attacks and remembering to buff, as you can see, my buffs have now worn off. I'm not doing 400 damage anymore. I'm doing 300. Yeah, let's... You know what? He's probably going to hit someone else, so I'm going to... No. He probably is going to steal someone else's HP this round, but I wanted to make sure that... Yeah. I was just trying to make sure that if it wasn't, he was going to kill somebody else anyway. So let's use another Zeta Sol. It happens. It's pretty much the way this fight tends to go a lot of the time. And at least the Zeta Sol animation is pretty cool, if long. That's one of the things that, you know, a lot of people love, like, long, in-depth animations that look really pretty. And the first time, so do I. After the first time, it just gets tedious, which is one of the downsides to the entire Xeno series as far as battles go. And, do I have that set up? I do, so let's do that again. And, what else does that quite a bit? Oh, there's another game that was popping into my head, Chrono Cross. But, you know, even though you can, you know, it'll look nice the first few times, it just ends up taking way too much time after a while. I like the look of Bandaris more than this one, but this one's doing more damage, so let's go with that one. Shouldn't be much left to this guy at this point. Pretty much got him beat. Other than, you know, being prepared, I could recast Suisei and Protect Against Fire, but he's doing more physical attacks right now, so I'm really not all that worried about it. Just use your strongest death blows. If you don't have the ones that I have, because you didn't build them up as much as I have, then, you know, you can just use, you know, your square X ones. They'll do you fine. As you can see, butt-ton of experience. Gained a couple of levels for a couple of people there. Look at that. Nice. Got 2 more strength, a couple more defense. Unfortunately, we don't gain agility. And there we go. Not bad, not bad. The level ups, if I haven't mentioned that, the stat gains at level up are random. You could, like, redo the fight and get different amounts. So, just so you know. Why did it have a bell? Oh. You're kidding. That was human? This game is dark. No doubt. And with that being said, we get teleported out. Thank you, game. Oh, my dorm. Apparently it's not the doctor's office, it's a dorm. Rico, did you get yourself hurt? Now, regardless of whether he was one of the ones who got killed and revived, or what happens in the actual boss fight, this line will come up. As far as I know, anyway. I wonder. Probably not. He's the champion for how long? 3 years running? Now, we switch now to this weirdness again. The Emperor has been expecting you. No. Has he awoken? Who are you referring to? 3 times. Satan, what are you talking about, and who are you talking to? I have no idea what's going on in the scene. Well, I do, but, you know, I don't want to tell you guys now. That would be a spoiler. Why would he be moved to a place like this? What place, and who are these elders? A more immediate disposal. The elders. We've seen some weird computer-like dudes, but I don't really call them old. I'd call them, you know, weird computer guys. I don't know. Fear of him, huh? Probably. Probably what? Oh, they're going to kill him. Okay. Who is him? You know, based on the fact that this is a JRPG, obviously it makes sense that they'd be talking about, you know, our main character, because our main character is involved in anything. But we have no reason to assume that anyone would want to kill Faye other than, I don't know, maybe Graf. Graf seems to want his power, but that's about it. So it's got to be somebody else. I just don't know who. Yes. What judgment? A purge. That sounds not very good, doesn't it? Oh, a gate generator. What does that do? Obviously it generates a gate, but to what? Game? Explain, please. So they can't use guided weapons. So the Hecht must be piloted manually. And apparently Ellie and these other people, I'll just tell you now, that's those other doofuses from her crew, Rank, and all those other guys. Yeah, that's just them. We find out that moment anyway. And apparently they're providing cover fire for this escort job. Your mission is classified even to you, and you're taking care of the mission. Anyone see a problem with that? Very true. That also would be helpful. Okay. Anything else? Seems like Ellie kind of does have a problem with that. Okay. Mission starts at 1700. Wait in your assigned units. This mission is a purge. Oh, so apparently these elders have something to do with Gebler and potentially even Solaris, and they are the ones who ordered this purge of what we don't know yet. But yeah, that's all the same people that we've seen. Even these people don't seem to want to do it. Oh! She's kind of scary right now. Yeah. I don't really think she's hysterical. She's just annoyed. Okay, self-detonating bombs are air units with something class bombs that we know nothing about, and I don't think we ever know anything about. Don't see why we need to use all of them all of a sudden. Too many. One alone would have enough firepower, but 8 is over. Holy crap. I'm just guessing these are like really big bombs. I don't think they're supposed to be nukes, but they actually might be. I don't think so. I don't think they have the technology for that at this point. I just think they're, you know, super big bombs. The lambs. That's pretty much everybody, isn't it? Ellie seemed to call pretty much everyone a lamb, right? Any earth dwellers or surface dwellers or whatever she called it. What do you want? Rank's referring to himself and the rest of the people in Ellie's squad. They're third-class citizens or worker bees. Basically, the idea is, I'm not sure if they've... I think Sigurd kind of went over this briefly. Solaris needs more people, so they import people from the surface, you know, the lambs, and they help run the country. In this case, the third-class citizens can rise up through the ranks based on skill and join the military. And of course, they have doubts taking out more Earth Dwellers because they are Earth Dwellers themselves, even though they're kind of been conscripted into the military here. But Ellie is a first-class citizen, from a good family at that, and her father has a lot of pull in the military. Yes, he does. A little unusual. Well, it actually is very unusual. You're just trying to justify your own thoughts, your own beliefs. See, you know, as third-class citizens, they were able to rise into the military, and I think they technically are second-class citizens. I think that's basically the military, and then first-class citizens are, you know, above that, the pure Solarians. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. You're only escorting. It won't help with anything else. But if something happens, that may actually be the case. Okay. Well, enough of that. That's pretty much all the time I got left for this one here. So, next thing we need to do is we need to head in there. But I don't want to do that quite yet. Let's just take a quick look at my my stats and my skills here. Yeah, Citan's speed is really helping him master death blows a lot faster than everybody else, considering I've had him less time than I've had Faye, and Faye is behind. So, anyway, his speed is really helping out with that. As far as equipment goes, I would keep the Power Ring S on Faye. But it's not a huge deal. I'd also give him the Night Helm if you haven't already. And yeah, that's pretty much all that we have for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.